Okay, hey everyone, this is me, Isaiah again, but this will be my music review section, and this will be my first one so far. I'm going to start off with Dream Theater and their newest album that came out here this past June, Black Clouds and Silver Linings. One word. Beautiful. It just can't be beaten. Well, okay, I lied. It can be beaten. Images and Words was better than Black Clouds and Silver Linings. So was Awake, and also so was 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence. Now the others, there's a lot of ties. I mean, it's hard even for me now to say Black Clouds and Silver Linings is better than some of the others. But the one I can say it's better than is When Dream and Day Unite, Falling into Infinity, and Systematic Chaos. Those were I think, the 3 worst ones. Systematic Chaos, I don't care what people say how great it was. They just try to go hardcore all the time. I do not like that. I liked Awake, and I like Images and Words, and I like 6 Degrees, Black Clouds, because it wasn't like that the whole time. They had what I call relief songs. What I call metal relief songs, actually, because, well, that's what it does. It relieves you from the whole you know what I mean? It can't be all like all the time. No, it can't be done. There's got to be at least a decent soft song. I mean, don't go power ballad. Ugh, we're not even gonna get started on that one. Bad section to start on. Okay, first song, A Nightmare to Remember. I give songs 5 out of 5 stars. I can, and I will, but I wouldn't say it's perfect. The reason why I say 5 out of 5 is because it has a deep impact on me. It's not perfect. There's a lot of things. There's a couple of things wrong with it, but overall, it's 5 out of 5. I mean, if you can get technical, it could be 4.9, but then that's getting into the decimal system far beyond than we need to. Now, occasionally I'll give a 4.75. And then, okay, now to recap with the whole Black Clouds and Silver Linings, we'll get into I'll give the album rating later, but right now the song rating is 5 out of 5. I just love the whole, like, towards the beginning, after the first couple of what I call the line paragraphs, like the groupings, and then you get that whole long session, like after you hear the car crash, and then you hear him go like out of nowhere, you know, shattered glass, rubber and steel, like that part right there, just loved it, because you can feel it right here in the heart. You can feel it. It's just it was great. And then of course the whole song was beautiful, and then the storyline behind it. And then towards the end, like in the hospital region, that was the hospital, like if you picture in mind the hospital, just a great song, and from a story from John, it's just amazing. Another thing, I'm going to have to go with a 4 out of 5, no, 4.5 out of 5 for A Rite of Passage. There was more iffy parts in that one than I thought, but it's still a great song. It was just an amazing song, and well, it's hard to describe right now. Other than, it wasn't as good as Nightmare to Remember, but it was still fantastic. There's amazing parts in there, and it still blew me away too. Now, the whole Wither song, which is the softer one out of the, like, I think I'm forgetting a couple. There's 5 songs on the album. There's 6. I'm forgetting one of the songs, but I know Wither is the next one. I do know that. I give it a 3.5. Just because I call it the metal relief You know, it's the Metal Relief. Like since like it's like it's a cool, but it's still rock on, but it's not like raw. You know, it's fantastic in my opinion. Still for a soft song, but it cannot beat Vacant, and it cannot beat through her eyes, and even then, Misunderstood soft too. But that's just a fan. That song's a 5 out of 5 definitely. But that's getting off track. The next one is, I think, A Shattered Fortress. I get the fourth one and the fifth one confused, and I'm sorry I'm forgetting that fifth one's name right now. Well, the other one's name. So Shattered Fortress is that one is the last of Mike Portnoy's 12-part alcoholism story, you can call it, really. And it's a great song. I give it a 4.5. It was a good song. It was just a good song. But I can't really go into detail as much as the other ones, because basically the only songs I've majorly listened to off that album, since there's only 6, is A Nightmare to Remember, A Rite of Passage. Really, I just like those two the best. But that's just me. I need it. Also, at the same time, I'm trying to do other things and like listen to other albums so I can do other album reviews. So I really haven't listened to Dream Theater in a while now, besides what I'm based off of memory. So Shattered Fortress, 4.5. Oh, and by the way, the reason why I gave Wither a 3.5 is because soft songs are really not my thing, but it's still a great song. And usually I don't give Reliefs that big of a ranking anyway, but I loved it. I did love it, but there's some things about it I just didn't like. Now the fifth one, it's really making me mad that I can't remember it. Really it is. I listened to it once, and I think the reason behind that one is because when I did finally buy Black Clouds and Silver Linings, you know, because you kind of have to, otherwise copyright thing, you can get in trouble otherwise. So yeah, I bought it. Now, yes, I did sell the album, but I have it on my computer. I do that. I buy the album from a friend, basically, because what I do is he buys it, but I don't pay the whole $15 thing. I go $6 for $1 a song. He doesn't care because he's getting money out of it, even if it is a total loss. But yeah, he gave it to me. He goes $6, rent the album kind of thing from me, so you can listen to it, then get it on your computer. So I did that, but by the time I got to the 5th and 6th song of this album, couldn't do much. No, I was tired. It was late. I was tired. So, but I give it a 3.5. Decent. Now, Count of Tuscany, give it a 4. Only because how long it was. Some parts redeemed other parts. Okay? It was a gigantic song, but it bored me most of the time. But there's a lot of parts that I loved in it. I mean, absolutely loved, that I redeemed from some of that. So I give it a 4. Overall album, 4.5 out of 5. I have to speed up because I'm almost over the time. I don't know yet. So, but yeah. Oh, it's amazing. It's beautiful. And with that, I will leave you with that. So overall ranking again is 4.5 out of 5. Over and